Hello everybody and welcome to this last video in this series of the Scheepjes Crochet ALong. To make your border you'll be making this pattern, the Scheepjes Crochet ALong pattern for week 12, a pattern by Wink, and you can find it on her website, A Creative Being. So we'll be making the border and you need the same color yarn that you use to connect the grannies together. If you're using kit 1, it's this yarn, cotton 8, by Scheepjes color 726, and if you're using kit 2 you'll be using this yarn, also cotton 8, and then color 717. So what we'll be doing is making the border around the grannies that we connected using method 1. Now you can also make the border if you used method 2, that's no problem. The only difference is you will need a few more stitches when you use method 2 compared to method 1. Where applicable, so this is specifically in rounds 1 and 2, I'll also make a slight detour on how to do it for joining method 2. But in principle it's exactly the same whether you use method 1 or method 2. You can do the border on both. There is one slight nuance that I should make. If you've used method 2 and you use the standard kits provided by Scheepjes, you have the possibility that there's not enough yarn in your kit to make your border. Do take this risk into account. It's up to you whether or not you want to run the risk. If you say I don't want to, then you can leave the border for what it is, or you can make it slightly less broad, for example. All up to you. Or for example, you could just buy more yarn. Also something you could do. But I'm going to use the joining method 1 as a base and make the detour for method 2 where needed. This is what we're going to be making, a lovely lacy border. I hope your border turns out just as beautiful as this one here has, and loads of luck on the last part of your grannies. You're going to start in the corner of your blanket. So this is a corner, doesn't matter which, and make sure the right side of the blanket is facing towards you. So this is the back side, this is the front side. Got yarn on my hook, and we're going to start in the corner. Well, no, not in the corner, but the stitch immediately next to the corner. So this is the 2-space corner, and this is the stitch immediately following the corner, like so. But we're not going to be working through the entire stitch. We're only going to be using the back loop. So that's that stitch there, only the back loop. Go into the back loop, the first stitch next to the corner, and make a single crochet. Exactly the same for the next stitch, only the back loop, pick up the back loop and make a single crochet, like so. Now we happen to reach a chain 1. Do not go through the entire stitch like this. Also go into the stitch and pick up one loop, like so, and make a single crochet. Continue on the next stitch. So slowly but surely, do take your time for this, because this is really a job that needs to be done well and properly. In that back stitch, make a whole row of single crochets all the way around your blanket, like so. Keep on working like this, and at a certain point you will come to the first crossing. I will show you in a moment what to do there. We've just reached a cross point where the two grannies meet, and we've connected these two grannies using these chains of single crochets. So I'm just going to make this last single crochet in that half stitch before the corner. Then in the corner make a single crochet. So this is through the entire stitch. And then try to pick up this last stitch here, enter into that stitch and make a single crochet, like so. And in this other chain 2 space from the next granny, also make a single crochet. Oh, which goes a bit wrong here. Do it again, like so. So now you've made 3 single crochets on this crossover point. And then we continue in the next stitch, which is that first stitch immediately after the chain 2 space, exactly the way we've begun. This thread, which is from connecting the grannies, take it with you, work over it, and by doing so you'll immediately be working it into your blanket, and you're sparing yourself all the hassle of having to work in all those threads one by one. So continue like this, doing those single crochets on the back loop of each stitch and working over the thread like so. And when you get to a corner, I'll show you what to do there. But this is of course if you used method 1. I'd also like to show you how to do this crossover when you've used method 2. So method 2 up till now is exactly the same as method 1. You've done all these single crochets in the back loop, and now you've reached first a joining point where you've joined 2 grannies. And here too, I'm just going to make that last single crochet in that back loop, like so. And now we're up to this chain 2 space, into the entire space, and make a single crochet, like so. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to be making single crochets over this this chain 2 here that's joining, this last chain 2 that's joining these 2 squares together. And I'm taking the thread that's at the end here with me, so I'm also going to be working over that thread. So what I'm going to be doing is over this chain 2 space, I'm going to be making 4 single crochets, like so. And then in the chain 2 space from the next granny, also go into it and make a single crochet. So what I've now done is I've made 6 single crochets, so 1 in this chain 2 space, 4 on the cross point, and 1 in the next chain 2 space. And from here onwards it's exactly the same as from the start. Pick up the back loop, make a single crochet, and the next loop, and all the time working over that thread that you used to join the grannies. So by doing so, you're immediately connecting it to your blanket and working it away, so you don't have to do that all one by one, which saves you quite some time, like so. So continue, and I'll show you in a moment what to do at the corner. So we've just come to the edge of the blanket, corner edge. Just going to make a single crochet on the last stitch, like so. Then in this corner space here, make 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, like so. And then again in that very first stitch after the corner, pick up the back loop and work single crochets into that back loop and into all of the next back loops as well, so that the corner looks like this, neat and tidy with those 3 single crochets in the corner. Now continue like this, go all the way around your blanket. When you get a cross point, you work like this with this 3 single crochets here, unless of course you're doing other method where you've got 6 here in total, and end with a slip stitch in that first single crochet there. I'll meet you back up here for the end to show you what to do here and also onto the next round of the border. So we've just gone all the way around, and we've now come to the last corner, and in this corner we're also going to be making 3 single crochets, 2 and 3, and then close with a slip stitch in the first stitch we started with, like so. And now we're ready for round 2 of the border. So we're going to be making chain 1 and a single crochet in that same stitch, like so. So this is all in that first stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Going to skip 2 stitches, those first 2 stitches, and in the third stitch, like so, make a single crochet. So this gives a nice little bubble here. Chain 2, oh no, sorry, chain 3, skip 2 stitches, and in the third stitch make a single crochet. And again, chain 3, and in the third stitch make a single crochet. And in principle we continue like this all the way around. At the moment I'm just going to show you how it works out here at the edge, or at the edge, the crossing point. And of course for the option 2 join it looks slightly different here, but the principle is the same. From now on it's 3 single crochets, chain 3, skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet in that stitch, and then in the third stitch. So go all the way around like that. I'll see you at the end, or the beginning, just depends on how you look at it, for the next round. So I've just come to this cross point. So it's chain 3 again, skipping those first 2 stitches, and then in the third stitch make a single crochet, and that is actually exactly on top of the join. Then chain 3, again skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet on the third stitch, like so. Now you can see how this becomes a beautiful, lovely border. So go all the way around and join at the beginning, and continue like this with chain 3, skip 2 stitches, and then a single crochet. So work all the way around, and in a moment I'll also show you how it looks with the joining method for option 2. So for method 2, I just reached a crossing point for the grannies, and we're just going to keep on following the pattern. So that's chain 3, skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet, like so. Again, chain 3, skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet, like so. Chain 2, chain 3 I mean, skip 2 stitches, make a single crochet, like so. And then this again is nicely in the middle of these 6 stitches. If yours doesn't work out quite so nice, that for example this is just 1 stitch to the left or to the right, just keep following the pattern on your entire blanket. You will not hardly notice these indiscrepancies. So just keep on going with the pattern. Chain 3, skip 2 stitches and a single crochet. So we're just on the end of round 2. Have chain 3 and then a single crochet in the skip 2 stitches and a single crochet on that corner, like so. Chain 3 and then a single crochet, a slip stitch in this single crochet right from the beginning, from that very first stitch, like so. And then you've completed round 2. For round 3, go with a slip stitch to the chain 3 space, make a chain 1 and a single crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 3 and then a single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and again chain 3 and a single crochet in the following chain 3 space. And we continue like this all the way around. So chain 3 and a single crochet in the next space, like so. So continue all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of round 3. So we're just on the end of round 3. So made the last single crochet, chain 3, close with a slip stitch in that first single crochet we made right at the beginning, like so, and then you've completed round 3. And round 4 is in essence exactly the same as round 3. Go to the chain 3 space with a slip stitch, chain 1 and a single crochet in that same space, like so, chain 3 and then a single crochet on the next stitch, on the next chain 3 stitch, like so. You've made another loop. So continue it like this all the way around, chain 3 and a single crochet in the chain 3 space below. Go all the way around. I'll see you at the closing of round 4 to start round 5. So we're on the end of round 4. Last we make chain 3 and then close with a slip stitch in this first single crochet we made right at the beginning, like so. And then round 3, or round 4 I should say, is completed. Now round 5 is slightly different. We're going to do something new. You go to slip stitch to the chain 3 space, chain 1, and now we're going to be making 4 single crochets in this chain 3 space. It's 2, 3 and 4, like so. And then in the next chain 3 space we also make 4 single crochets, and we continue doing this, making 4 single crochets in each and every stitch, like so. So go all the way around, make 3 in each chain 3 space, make 4 single crochets. So we're onto the end of round 5. Just made 3 single crochets in this chain 3 space, so that's number 4. And then I close with a slip stitch in the first single crochet of this round. And that is the end of round 5. Now we're on to round 6, final round. We're going to start with 2 slip stitches to bring us to the top of this chain 4, or 4 single crochets I should say, like so. And now you're on top of those 4. Now, chain 3 and in the same stitch make a slip stitch. So gives you a nice little bubble there. Now we're going to be making 8 slip stitches. It's because we want to go to the tip of this next. So we're going to skip this chain, these 4 stitches, and go to these 4, and we want to again be on the tip of those. So that's 8 slip stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, like so. And here we're going to be making a chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so, and a slip stitch, like so. So now you can see you've got a small bulb and a bigger one. And in essence, we're going to be repeating these two things: small one, large one, small, large, with each time 8 slip stitches between. So that means we're now going to be making 8 slip stitches again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last one 8. And because this is a big one, we now need to make a small one, so that's a chain 3, and again a slip stitch in the first starting stitch, like so. And now we're back where we started at this point here. So now it's again 8 slip stitches and then a chain 5 stitch. So keep on repeating this all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the last in this stitch here in the beginning, and then you're all done. So when you've finished your border, this is what it looks like. Beautiful lacy pattern all the way around. Do take the time to block this border. It means pulling it out and setting it with pins. It is quite a considerable task to do this around a whole blanket, I do realize that, but it does make the final product just so much more beautiful. So take the effort to block your border and look back on a job well done and compliment yourself on a beautiful final result. Thank you for watching also on this final video, and loads of luck on all your continuing projects. Goodbye.